Hello, everybody. I'm back. Let's talk about the cost of living. There's a cost of living crisis in most countries right now, like UK, US, Canada. People are taking loan to buy food, to be able to buy food. This is like next level crisis, and in emerging countries it's even worse, like in by a factor of 5 or 10. And I know this because I have families living in emerging countries, and the situation is not good. And out is the thing. One of my uncle, right? He was a professor, right? And he, worked so hard. He had a little car, and his whole life. Now he's at around 50 years old. He worked his whole life. He had multiple other businesses over there, and he had 2 kids. And his wife. Right? His wife had a business. Right? He bought a house. He built a house basically, and he had other properties. So he struggled so much to build everything he built. Now the country is experiencing a social collapse. I'm talking about Haiti. So you have like societal collapse because it's all kidnapping all over the places. They are calling him on the phone and threatening his life, saying they're coming and get him, like make him pay tens of thousands of dollars so they don't kidnap him, to ask him to give money. And they tell him if they catch him, they will make him suffer. So he had to escape, right, the country. And by escaping the country, he had to leave his house, leave everything, so he can live. This is the thing, right? And when you have a house in a specific country, under a specific jurisdiction, you are basically forced to accept the fact that it's there, and you cannot sell it whenever you want. It's not liquid, right? So, and that's where Bitcoin comes in, right? Bitcoin is a solution to property ownership. Now, if we converted this, like sell this house and convert it into Bitcoin, now if I told him that, like, he wouldn't do it, right? First of all, he wouldn't believe me because he would say, "Oh, this is like a scam or something." No, so he wouldn't do it. Even if you sold the house like maybe a year ago, right? It would make a good, like it's a good house, right? So we could find enough money, right, to support himself and do so many things. He would still have money in the saving, or somewhere he can liquid that he can take and do whatever you want. Now you can't because you're subject to all those crises. The value of the house is decreasing because there's so much chaos. Everybody's scared to live in the house. Yeah, all those crises. There's one thing that provide some sort of solution to that. Bitcoin fixes money supply expansion, hedge, right? Like when they bring, like, the U.S. money supply has expanded 80%, like, for its entire history. Since day one, this country was, created. The money supply since then, right? So in 2020, since 2020, the money supply has gone up to 80%. Think about that. How old is that country, right? For the money supply, right, to almost double. So in just how many years? 2 years. So, and make no mistake, they are still spending in Inflation Reduction Act. They are spending in Ukraine. For some reason, they feel like the urgency, right, to send money so Ukraine can fight. They are still spending, right, removing the student loan debt. They are still spending in so many other stupid things. So, anyways, this is to say, and this is not just the US, by the way. It's the same case for Canada. They are spending the same, like sending money to Ukraine for some reason. Like, the Canadian dollar used to couple with the oil price. When oil price go up, Canadian dollar go up. But now, since the pandemic, or I don't know, scamdemic, the Canadian dollar, right, instead of going up, it's going down. So you see the point. So when you increase the money supply, there's a problem here. Since then, Bitcoin went up. Bitcoin didn't go down. Yes, it threw down to consolidate because too many stupid people do too many stupid things with it. Now it's consolidating. Like, not many people understand its value, right? So, yeah. Anyways, so this is the talk I wanted to make. Life is unaffordable in most places. There's chaos. There's, like, most places you see society collapse, Sri Lanka, and I'm sure in places like I have a friend living in Pakistan, right? So I have a friend living in Pakistan. So basically, he just got, like, when they send you, they deport you from a country. So that's what basically happened to him. So they deported him, right? So now he go back to his country, Pakistan, and now he is basically experiencing hard trouble because everything is expensive there. Inflation is crazy high, right? And this is the same thing for most countries. And you know what solved this? Bitcoin in most areas. And here's the thing. I'm not saying in the short term, Bitcoin may drop. Over the long term, it will go up. And most importantly, it will hold its value and nobody can confiscate it. And as long as you keep your seed phrase with you in a safe place, or or multi-sig. So anyways, this was the Toxic Talk for today. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you again, guys. This was Spy Cover.